Question 96. If Vice President of India has to discharge the duties of President of India in his absence due to some reasons, then what is /r true for such duration? I. In this duration, Vice President holds the post of Chairman of Council of States. 2. In this duration, Vice President will get the emolument of President. 3. If in this duration, Vice President resigns, then Chief Justice of India will perform the duties of President of India. A. I. 2 and 3. B. I and 2. C. 2 and 3. D. Only I. Explanation. Option C is correct. As per Article 64, if Vice President of India has to discharge the duties of President of India in his absence due to some reason, then, in this duration, Vice President shall not perform the duties of the office of Chairman of the Council of States. In this duration, Vice President will get emolument of President. As per the President Discharge of Functions Act 1969, if in this duration Vice President resigns, then Chief Justice of India will perform duties of President of India. Question 97. Who among the following has held the office of the Vice President of India? 1. Muhammad Hidayatullah. 2. Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed. 3. Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy. 4. Shankar Dayal Sharma. Code A. 1, 2, 3 and 4. B. 1 and 4. C. 2 and 3. D. 3 and 4. Explanation. Option B is correct. Muhammad Hidayatullah was the 6th Vice President of India from 1979 to 1984, and Shankar Dayal Sharma was the Vice President of India from 1987 to 1992. Question 98. Consider the following statements and select the correct answer from the code given below. 1. The executive power of the Union is vested in the Prime Minister. 2. The Prime Minister is appointed by the President. 3. The Prime Minister is the head of the Council of Ministers. 4. The Prime Minister, at the time of his appointment, needs not be a member of either House of Parliament. Code A. 1, 2 and 4. B. 1, 2 and 3. C. 2, 3 and 4. D. 1, 3 and 4. Explanation. Option C is correct. According to Article 53, 1 of the Constitution, the executive power of the Union shall be vested in the President and shall be exercised by him either directly or through officers subordinate to him. The Prime Minister is appointed by the President and is the head of the Council of Ministers, and it is not necessary for a person to be a member of either House of the Parliament at the time of his appointment as the Prime Minister of India. Question 99. Consider the following statements. 1. The Constitution of India classifies the ministers into 4 ranks, viz. Cabinet Minister, Minister of State with independent charge, Minister of State, and Deputy Minister. 2. The total number of ministers in the Union government, including the Prime Minister, shall not exceed 15% of the total number of members in the Lok Sabha. Explanation. Option B is correct. Article 74, 1, says that there shall be a council of ministers with Prime Minister at head to aid and advise the President. Thus, Council of Ministers is a constitutional body. In Indian Constitution, there is no provision for classification of ministers. It is based on British Parliament tradition. However, in Indian parliamentary system in present time, instead of Prime Minister, there is Cabinet Minister, Ministers of State, Independent Charge, Minister of State, Deputy Minister. As per Article 75, 1A, inserted 91st Constitutional Amendment, 2003, total number of ministers, including the Prime Ministers, in the Council of Ministers shall not exceed 15% of the total number of members of the Legislative Assembly of that state. Question 100. With reference to the Union government, consider the following statements. 1. The ministries/departments of the Government of India are created by the Prime Minister on the advice of the Cabinet Secretary. 2. Each of the ministries is assigned to a minister by the President of India on the advice of the Prime Minister. Which of the statements given above is/are correct? A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. Both 1 and 2, D. Neither 1 nor 2. Explanation. Option B is correct. The ministries/departments of the Government of India are not created by Prime Minister on the recommendation of Cabinet Secretary. Cabinet Secretary is the head of Cabinet Secretariat. He is also the chairman of the head of Cabinet Secretariat. He is also the chairman of the Civil Services Board. Each of the ministries is assigned to a minister by the President of India on the advice of the Prime Minister.